Like when KP comes back, do you think that's going to take off from JT's offensive production?
Nope.
No, you think he's still going? I mean, he's 30 a game. Like every day, it's like he's dropping 30 a game every single day.
And he was averaging 27 with KP. That's one bucket. I think KP is going to open up stuff even more for him.
That's what I'm saying. Like when he comes back, that's another addition. I mean, they're just going to explode at that point. They're just going to like go exactly to where they were last year.
I think so.
Like they're going to start rolling through everybody else in the NBA. I can't wait till we run it back against Golden State, Chill. That's one game that I definitely want to.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again. I wouldn't.
Yes,
I would not mind.
I want that. I want us to run it back. JT, I don't know what happens every time you see Steph Curry. This man just like shrinks every single time you see Steph.
I would not mind that. So
what's going on with Cleveland? Oh, I was going to ask you about Cleveland.
You see it? Do you see what's going on with them? They rolling right now.
I mean, Evan Mobley. I mean, I don't know if he wins Depoy, but I don't know about winning Depoy, Chill. But I'm seeing the offensive improvement.
And I'm seeing the defensive improvement too. Like I said, they're top 10 defense. I wouldn't be surprised if he won it.
You don't think Gobert wins another one? Don't think Gobert wins another one? Wemby not going to win another one this year, or not going to win one this year?
My vote is for Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley.
That's what my vote goes to. So,
well, all right, Chill. You have a good.
What up?
What up, Chill?
What's up, brother?
What you got going on, man?
Not much, B. Just talking some hoops. What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. I'm here to talk about your Cavs, man.
My Cavs?
Yeah.
They ain't my Cavs. No, I like good teams.
Yeah.
They ain't my Cavs though, but that's a damn good team up there in Cleveland. 100%.
So me personally, I think they fool's gold. But and the reason why I think they fool's gold is because you don't think they can beat the Celtics, right?
I don't think they could beat the Celtics 4 times in a week. I don't think that. No.
I think that's fool's gold. Because I'm a Timberwolves fan, so let me ask you a question. The Nuggets, they were the defending champions last year, right?
Correct. Going into last season,
nobody thought they could be beat, right? Nobody thought they could be beat, right? A lot of analysts, a lot of people, even a couple people on Players Choice think nobody can beat them, man. We beat them, but we got smoked by the Mavericks. But that's why I just feel like you can't be a championship team if you can't beat the champions. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like Darius Garland. I like their squad, but I just think they probably like a year away.
Fool's goal was Milwaukee. I don't think Cleveland is fool's goal. I think that they building something up there. Even if they're a year away, that don't make them fool's goal. No. Now,
you don't think so?
If they can avoid Boston, that's something completely different.
They're not avoiding Boston, though, Chill.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They cannot avoid them.
That's not happening.
So
unlike Minnesota, or unlike Dallas, who avoided Denver. I mean, they got lucky.
Yeah,
they did.
Sure.
They got lucky and avoided Denver. So, I mean, if somebody could drop the champs in the East, I think we having a different conversation.
Nobody's beating Boston though. If Cleveland can't beat them, maybe the next. But I'm gonna ask you this though, Chill. What if Donovan Mitchell folds in the playoffs? Like, let's say, what if they lose in the first round?
We having a different conversation about him? Yeah, absolutely, it does. Hell yes.
Yes. You think he the best 2 guard in the game, and you know who I'm 100%. So
100, and he showed me that we could get out the first round of the playoffs off the strength of you. He showed me that. So if we get bounced in round 1 with what we have, and you are as bad as what you talking about, Tim, absolutely, we got to have a different conversation about him. Hell yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. I'll get up with you next time.
I'll talk to you. Yep. What up? What up?
Yo, what up, Chill? What
up?
Is the audio good? We good?
Yep. You hot? What up?
All right, Chill. What's up, bro? I wanted to clarify something I was saying on. I think you guys had a stream with you and Ox, right? I came on trying to clarify my point, but I just wanted to make things clear, right? When I was explaining my frustration with my team, right, it was more about the process on what we're trying to do, rather than us winning or losing. And the reason why I make that point is the way, in my opinion, you win in this NBA is maximizing, knowing when to sell high and when to buy low, right? And I just don't think we have the front office which does that. And I just don't think we draft well. So I look at all of these things and I say, we got to get a new front office. Okay. And I get that, look, these guys put a good team for about 35 games. It didn't work out. Injuries played a part in that. But they just have not been quick enough to change or be willing to change. They didn't make a trade for 3 years, right? That for me is inexcusable. And for me, has led us down to this point where we have to just tank and lose as much as we can this season. And that was what my frustration was about.
It sounds like you have a problem with the front office and you want to flip the front office before you flip players. You sound like you want some competent front office people.
My worry is that these guys don't want to flip the players, which is what they should be doing, right? And my worry is that even if we do flip the players, that we don't get the right packages for them.
Do you think that the Bulls have taken any calls for Vooch? Because I'm sure that somebody has inquired about him. I'm certain. And if if the Bulls have not taken any calls, I'm certain that they've made calls about Vooch.
So here's where I'm at. I think they're now in the right headspace to where I think they will. But chill, I'm telling you this right now. They had 3 second-round picks from the Philadelphia 76ers for Drummond last deadline, and they said, no, we're not going to take those. Even though they knew that Drummond wasn't going to stay, right? Drummond was on the Chicago Bulls. They knew they weren't going to sign him. They had 3 second-round picks at the deadline, and they said, no, we're okay.
Who were you giving them to for those 3 picks? Who was going to take them?
It's Philly.
At that time, take 3 twos from Philly.
For a guy who you're going to let walk out?
They probably was thinking that they could do better. I'm not a fan of guys walking out the front door. That's not to say that I won't let a guy walk out the front door, but
right.
Maybe they thinking that we could get something better than 3 twos from Philly, who, by the way, at that point was a playoff team, which means that those picks are going to be irrelevant.
I understand.
We need higher picks. Those 3 twos are nothing. That's
For
nothing.
me, it's just a process. So my process, the way it was explained to me, Chill, was that they wanted to compete for a playoff spot. And for me, that seems crazy. Okay? When you looked at that team last year and you said you wanted to compete for a playoff spot, you must be out of your damn mind.
That's what I'm talking about,
That's
man.
the reason why you didn't want to move up for Drummond and Caruso, because this was why they didn't want to move off Caruso as well. Now, from what I understand, I think people have told me, I think they want to move off of Vooch and LaVine, but I need to see it because I've not been convinced on this front office. They have not made a trade since the Giddey trade for over 3 years, right? That Giddey trade was the first trade this front office has made in 3 years, Chill. They kept their roster the same for 3 years. Okay? So they need to show me that they're willing to be adaptable, that they're willing to change, that they're willing to fully commit to one direction, and then maybe I can have some more leeway with this front office. But right now, with the 5 years I've seen them in this front office position, I've not been convinced. And I think 5 years is more than enough time to have an opinion on the front office. I'm sorry, it's just how I view things, right? If someone wants to disagree with me, that's cool. And I just think when I look at the Bulls and what position they're in, here's 2 things they need this season, right? They need to look at this young core. And I don't think they have a superstar here. We don't have a superstar here. But what I do think we have is a lot of good role guys and good players.
The draft is for. That's what the draft is for.
Right.
I'm tired of having this conversation about this superstar shit. Why do the Boston Celtics have a superstar? Where'd they get him from?
Exactly. But
where did the Philadelphia 76ers get that? I'm tired of hearing this superstar shit, man. Because 1 minute you'll tell me, Adrian, this is what you'll tell me, Adrian. 1 minute you'll tell me that you guys haven't drafted well, when in reality, you did get AO. I don't think he's been managed well. I don't think Billy Donovan is doing a good job with him. You did get Kobe White. I think you hit on him. I don't think Billy Donovan is doing a good job with him. I think you're getting it right. I do think that you're getting it right with draft picks. I think that you got it wrong in the front office with your coach. I think that's the problem.
2 problems. 1, Kobe White isn't from this front office. He's a leftover from the previous front office, right?
How long Kobe White been with you guys?
6 years. So when I am, or 7 years, it might be 7 years now. I'm not fully sure of the details on when he was drafted because I think he was 20. I want to say 2019, but I might be wrong. But look, he wasn't drafted by Arturas Karnisovas. Now, Ayo is probably the best draft pick they've made. Okay, Patrick Williams, I don't know what they were thinking. Tyrese Halliburton was right there. Desmond Bain was right there. Maxey was right there. They worked out Maxey and were really impressed, and they said, "No, I just look. I understand. I agree with you on the draft part, and that's why this draft is so important for them. But what I was trying to say is they need to find the number 2 guy as well, because you can't just win with the number 1 guy. You need to surround that guy, right?
I think you.
The question I have for this season is there anyone on this crew right now that you can feel confident maybe this guy can be a number 2 guy? That's what I'm looking at for this season.
First of all, we don't get a lot of wins. These guys are though. We don't know who these guys are, and that's that's what your player development is for. That's what your coaching is for. I mean, I don't know who Josh Giddey is. He comes from Oklahoma City, and now he goes to Chicago, and now he's in a new system. And I don't know how Billy Donovan is using him. 1 minute he's using him at the lead guard spot. The next minute he's got him off the ball. I don't know what he's doing with Josh Giddey. I have no idea. The next minute, I'm good, man. I'm so tired of talking about the Bulls. I am, yo. I'm sick of talking about this team.
I got one more thing.
They're a mid-chick. I'm tired of talking about them.
I got one more thing for you, Joe. So I always look at how great teams are built and players that take them over the top. I remember putting in the chat, right? We were talking about the Rockets, right? We got to put more credit on Tari Eason, man. Well, the things I am seeing from Tari Eason and Amen Thompson on the defensive end is so impressive, Chill. It's so impressive. Their ability to read, disrupt ball handlers, impose themselves physically. People do not realize how athletic Amen is. Like his athleticism.
I'm starting to recognize it. I'm starting to recognize it. And I like
now,
what I'm seeing.
I'm not fully there with where Ron was going with it. I remember him saying like Prime John Wall was the floor for Amen Thompson. I still think that was crazy by Ron. Yep. But I see the stardom. Yep. Amen is awesome. Now, if I am the Rockets, here's where I am with the Rockets, Chill.
Hey, Adrian, I got to move, brother. Unfortunately, I got to move, brother. Good to talk to you. What up, Sneed?
Chill, what up?
What's up, brother?
Dude, we got to talk the Cavs, Chill.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'll just throw this in there about Jimmy Butler. Not winning a championship with Jimmy Butler as your best player. We saw that. He was pump fakes in the paint, missing free throws, the biggest games. It's just he's just not the one.
He showed that he could get us there, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. A guy who can get you there.
There's levels, right?
100%. And Buckets showed that he could get you there.
Right.
He showed that I can get us there. I ain't good. And don't get me wrong, Sneed. There's a difference between getting us there and then a guy who's there to win it. Those two things are not the same thing. James showed that we can win it with me as the guy.
Mm-hmm.
We can win it. Kawhi Leonard showed we can win it with me as the guy. Curry showed we could win it with me as the guy. Giannis showed we can win it with me as the guy. Until you do that, I can't say that you're number 1 on the championship team. I don't care about how good you look right now. I don't care about how good you look in the playoffs. I don't. How many times have I saw Dan Marino throw for 5,000 yards. Is Dan Marino a number 1? Is Dan Marino a number 1 quarterback on a Super Bowl team? Nope.
No proof.
Nope.
Never happened.
Sorry.
That's right. I'm with you on that, Chill. All right, let's talk Cavs. All right, Chill. So I've been watching every single game. I've seen all these lineups. I've seen all the buttons that Kenny Atkinson has been pushing. So we're talking about a team, and this discussion is only for people who have been watching the Cavs. Spare me all the talk about we'll see what they do in the playoffs. I got to see this. I got to see that. You can only evaluate a team on what they're doing right now. So here's what I'm seeing.
Correct.
This is a different team because they have a different coach. Players are being used differently. Players have emerged. Players have developed. So where I'm going with this, the Cavaliers defense tightens up in the fourth quarter. They're taking care of the ball in the fourth quarter. There's no turnovers in the fourth quarter, which means they get more possessions at the end of games because they're taking care of the ball. A different player steps up every single night. They got a deep rotation. They're playing 10, 11 guys. They got a lineup coming off the bench, a full lineup of guys that are coming in.
11 guys. I count 11 guys. Yep.
Exactly. Which means other guys are only playing about 30, 35 minutes a game. You don't have worn out players, right? Coaching has become a strength. Mobley is now a complete player on both sides of the ball. So is Darius Garland so far this year. The bench is a kicker. The core now has familiarity with each other for multiple seasons. Mm-hmm. They're winning all these games. Every team is gunning for them, getting their best shot. The Cavs are still finding ways to win. Mm-hmm. Donovan is closing games. Sometimes it's Garland. Mobley is a force, right? The ball is moving around. The ball is moving fast. The ball doesn't stick.
Sure.
So that means defenses are getting worn out. Their head is on a swivel. They have to guard all guys. So when I'm looking at, this game, this is all I care about right now. The first 15 games are cool. It's great. Boston, here's what I'm watching. This game tomorrow night. It's at 7 p.m. Everybody should be watching. Look for these things. Can Boston keep Garland out of the paint? That's the first thing because they have Drew Holiday for that. Can Boston keep him out of the paint? Can they contain Evan Mobley because he's been a menace in the paint, getting all types of easy buckets on simple rim rolls and putbacks? And will they be able to defend all the shooters? LeVert, Merrill, Ty Jerome. They have to contain these guys because they can all get loose. And then for Cleveland, can they hold Boston to one-shot possessions? Can they rebound the ball after a stop? Because right now, I swear to God, whenever I watch the Boston Celtics, they're taking 58 threes a game. Evan Mobley and Jason Tatum, those are your key guys, right? I got Tatum shooting 11 threes a game, chill. 11. He's the only guy in the MVP conversation, if I'm looking at the top 10 guys, that's averaging double-digit threes attempts. He's shooting the same percentage as Evan Mobley. But he's taken 11 threes, right? That's a volume-based shooting. He's choosing to take these threes. He's not forced to take these threes. He's willingly taking 11 threes a game. So if the Cavs can hold him to one shot, get the rebound, and go back the other way, the Cavs can win this game.
All right. Let's find out. We're going to find out, Steve. I like it, brother. What up?
What's going on, man? I got a brand new phone, man. I'm in 8K. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you in 8K too. This before I get into it, make sure you tell your friend, your partner, bro. Listen, it's one thing to lose to the Lions, but I'll be damned if we lose to the Gummy Bears. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'll be damned if we lose to the damn Gummy Bears. The Bears are who we thought they were, bro. Y'all gonna stop getting in my damn inbox with this, yo, man, we got Caleb Williams and all this shit. Man, stop that. And your team is suck ass too, man. I'm gonna get to them later on. But we do not lose to the Gummy Bears. The Bears are who we thought they were. You make sure you run and go tell your partner that. And you make sure you go run and tell him that. Now, let's get right to the nitty-gritty. I like the shit that you was talking, man. That's how you supposed to talk early on. When you was talking about getting by the young players that the Bulls got and the young players that the Blazers got. They ready to start over. They ready to flip the joints right now. If you look at some of these young talents, you talked about what the Blazers had with Klingon and Sharp and Scoot Henderson. I think Scoot Henderson, he might need he might need some more reps. Anthony Simons' contract is coming up. You talked about how they. I mean, listen.
I want to build it around. This kid Sharp and Scoot. That's my backcourt of the future.
Oh, okay, I'm with you on that. My only thing is like, okay, just if you're gonna do that, you got to make sure you get this thing right when you're doing the building and putting the pieces around them. Klingon is good. I like him as a big man. He rebounds, sticks his nose in there, and get the boards, man. And does the dirty work around the paint. Can move his feet a little bit on defense. You talk you talked about the Bulls with Bazalis and who was that? Kobe White and Giddey. Yeah. My thing is they've been putting Kobe White through the ringer for years because this is year 6, if I'm not mistaken. They should have started. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They doing him like we doing Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying. So like this is year 5 for Cam Thomas. This is year 6 for whatchamacallit. Cam Thomas averages 25 a game, by the way. But
by the way, for those of y'all that didn't hear that, he's 25 a night. I think that's good enough for like 9th or 10th in the league. Just so y'all know.
Yeah, anyway. Definitely. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, damn, because I'll be honest with you. If they don't lose tomorrow night, man, I got them winning 30 straight. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit.
No, I ain't doing that, Leaf. I'm not.
You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that.
No,
come on, jump off the top rope, man.
No, I'm not.
Jump right off the top rope. Come on.
I'm not doing that.
No. All right. Look. Real shit. Because you was on Cleveland last year because you like they front court. You like the big man. You been in love with Evan Mobley, bro. You been in love with Donovan Mitchell telling me he the best two guard in the league. I'm somewhat starting to believe it. I mean, I think D Book got something to say about it. I think Ant got something to say about it. But I mean, I ain't gonna really call it right now. I wouldn't call him the top two guard in the league. That's on you. Evan Mobley.
I'm gonna say this to you right here. If they win 30 straight, they win in the NBA championship. They win in the NBA championship. I'm saying
they get into the finals.
They winning it, Leaf. They win 30 straight games. They win in the NBA championship.
I ain't going that far.
You told me to jump off the top rope. You the one got me in the ring, right? You the one got me in the steel cage. You the one got me on top of the table. You the one got me on top of the rope. I'm telling you right now, Leaf. They win 30 straight. They win in the NBA championship.
I'm not, the only reason why I'm saying it because I gotta give you some credit in a minute. I don't like giving you shit, but I'm gonna give you some credit in a minute about the the Western Conference in a second. The only reason why I'm saying that they gonna get to the finals for sure, but if they win 30 straight, but I gotta give you some credit, man. The Houston Rockets, you called it. You said they was gonna be top 5 in the West. You said that.
I'm a goofy, but
I mean, no. I'm come on. You know I ain't never call you that, man. Stop that.
Not you. I ain't talking about you, but that was the word. I'm a goofy. I don't know.
I mean. You listen. You talk shit every 5 days a week, sometimes 6, man. Like you run a lot. You run a lot of your mouth, man. Like you 50-something years old, bro. You need to take your ass to sleep some goddamn time. But I mean,
I get plenty of sleep. I get plenty. But when I'm up, I'm up. But when I'm up.
And you up talking crazy, so you don't remember a lot of the shit that you say.
You just told me that you got the Cavs winning 30 straight. What the hell?
I said, hold up. Now, don't tell me, don't just say that all alone. I said if they don't lose tomorrow night,
if they beat Boston, you got them.
If they beat Boston tomorrow night, they might win 30 straight. They might win 30 straight games, bro. Listen, if you want to laugh at it, that's fine. But they might fuck around and win 30 goddamn straight games. I don't know. This team knows how to get it done down the stretch. I mean, they know how to close. They know how to come back. Or they know how. They have the sense of urgency. They playing together. They got the depth now. They got the coaching now. Kenny fucking Atkinson is the real goddamn deal. I knew it years ago. We let him walk out the door, and now he's over there repeating the steps, man, with Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, who was playing pretty good in their lineup, in their rotation. He got ran out of Brooklyn, bro, for damn near nothing. And he was arguably the best coach we had since Jordy Fernandez is doing pretty okay, but he was one of the best coaches that we had since we've been here. Yeah. So listen, if you want me to say it again, I'll say it again. If they don't lose tomorrow night, they might fuck around and win 30 games.
I got them winning 20 straight, Leaf. I'm on record saying
come on now. Come on now.
I got them winning 20
You got them winning 4 more games. Fine. Okay, that's fine.
If they win tomorrow night, I got them winning 20 straight. That's as far as I'm going.
But I think you being loose with it, man. You just trying to be safe. Fuck that safe shit, bro. Like, if they win tomorrow night, they might fuck around and win 30 goddamn games.
Yeah, no lose for 2 months. They win the NBA championship. I'm telling you right now, Leaf. If they don't lose for 2 months, that's all I'm gonna say, Leaf, and I gotta keep moving. But if they don't lose for 2 months, they win in the NBA championship. And Donovan Mitchell winning the league MVP. One of them dudes coming off. One of them dudes on that Cavs team winning the league MVP.
I'm gonna add something before I go. Now, somebody talked about the Boston Celtics playing the Warriors again. I'm gonna let you know something. All you Boston Celtics fans that come in here talk to Chill, I'm gonna let you know something, man. Listen, there's something about the Golden State Warriors. Every time they see the Boston Celtics, bro, that shit is like food. They know what to do against them. They know how to counteract the bullshit that they bring into the court. And that's one of the reasons why they won that game. And that's one of the reasons why I somehow piggybacked on them. Then they turn around and get their ass smoked by damn near 40 against the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, bro, like I gotta give you credit about the Houston shit. You was right on the money about that. Neither one of us had the Warriors in the top, but I give you credit for the Houston shit. Ime Udoka is putting his stamp on this team thoroughly. I'm talking about thoroughly. They defend. They
got a good team, yo.
They defend. They get out and run. They pass. They move the ball. This team, I think they gonna finish from 1 to 6. You got them finishing 1 to 5.
I got them finishing 5th. Yeah, I got them finishing 5th.
If they finish higher than this, man, they right ahead of schedule, man. Yes, but Chilltown, man,
later, brother.
Tell your boy, you see this right here? Mm-hmm. We don't lose to the gummy bears.
What up, brother?
What up, Chewy? Can you hear me?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Good.
Just keep it, just to keep it on point about the Cavs. I think, to me, the Cavs, tomorrow is going to be an important game for the Cavs. Well, tomorrow is going to be an important game for the Cavs because if they beat the Celtics, and even if I think they lose, I think it's still an important game because when you have teams that have long win streaks, you want to see if they can adjust after the win streak. And one of the things as well is that you want to see how well Cleveland adjusts even in the game. I think with Cleveland, I enjoy the way Cleveland play. Every time I kind of watch them, they're always kind of close with the first 3 quarters, and in the 4th quarter, they kind of just run away because they put constant ball pressure. Jared Allen is sneakily one of my favorite players in the Cleveland Cavaliers because I really like players who play to their strength. Jared Allen doesn't do anything fancy. It's rebound and jump hooks. That's what he does.
I got roasted, Maury, last year because I thought he should have made the All-Star team last year.
He could have made the All-Star team.
And I got roasted for that.
I'm not against it. I mean, Cleveland could have 3 All-Stars this year, and I wouldn't be upset by it if they had 3 All-Stars.
He had a stretch during the season. He was 18, 13, and 2 blocks for like 2 months. I thought he should have made the All-Star team. I did.
I mean,
but keep going.
He's a very good player, and I think the defensive line that those two provide in the front court is something that's going to be a problem for most teams. Now, the question is for the Celtics is can they handle 2 bigs because they don't really run a big. I mean, they run Porzingis and they run Al Horford a lot, but can they handle a 2 big lineup? Basically, can out rebound them and kind of be physical with them. I know the Celtics do shoot a lot of threes. It's going to be an interesting one to see. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers have a good chance of doing well, but even then, in this point of the season, for me, I've watched basketball. I'm never really convinced by anything that's before Christmas. Until after Christmas, I'm more convinced about what I'm seeing with the teams and if they actually can keep it sustainable. Because we saw the Atlanta Hawks do this for 19 straight games in 2015. They had a 19-game winning streak.
Now, Maury, I'm glad you brought that up. And the reason why I'm glad you brought that up is because this is what I mean when I say matchups are everything. That Atlanta Hawk team, if they don't run into Cleveland, I think they're in the NBA championship. I do.
You think they
beat everybody? They beat everybody else. They just ran into James.
Do you think they beat Golden State if they go to the championship?
I don't know if they beat the Warriors. I know that they're in the NBA championship, though. They were 14 games over 500 against the Western Conference that year.
Yeah. And they beat the Warriors as well, actually, when their match.
Yes, they did. They beat the Warriors that year. They were 14 games over 500. They just ran into Cleveland. I think that if they were able to avoid Cleveland, I think we're having a different conversation about them. Everybody's talking about them. Everybody talks about them like they were fool's gold. That's because they ran into Cleveland.
It was the way they lost. I think that was the issue.
They got smoked in 4 games.
It was crazy. Got smoked.
Without Kyrie Irving, no Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving missed half the series. They got smoked.
Yeah, he was out from game 2 with a cracked knee. I mean,
he missed half the series.
One of the things I'm interested to see, actually, this Celtics game is going to be very important because they're the reigning defending champions. So that's always an important game. But I don't really care if Cleveland lose that game. I don't because they can play. It's because it's the Eastern Conference matchup. They'll play them 3 more times. If they beat them 3-1 in the remaining series, nobody will care about tomorrow's game.
I think they played them 2 more times, like this month. I think they played them tomorrow, and I think they play them 2 more weeks from now, in 2 weeks.
What's going to be important is the adjustment. Can they do this multiple times to Celtics, and can the Celtics adjust? I think to be honest, a game that I'm actually very much looking forward to for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the reason why I'm going to say this is because they're going to play the Nuggets in December. And I'm not saying the Nuggets are necessarily a championship contender. But what I am saying is that what you find with these type of teams that have a lot of players scoring well, and you don't know what you're going to get from every given night, when they play a team that has an overwhelmingly dominant player on one side in a game, sometimes they can so hyper focus on that one player, they can go away from game plan because they're trying to focus on trying to stop this one individual player, and that guy can beat them. So I want to see how well they play against Jokic and what they can kind of counter with that team. If they blow them out of the water, that's fine. But I want to see if they're a type of team where if they don't have the best player, can they still win a game or a series, or the best maybe 4 or 5 players in the team. So I want to see that from the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's a certain markers I want to see the Cleveland Cavaliers hit and certain teams, but particularly Boston and the Nuggets, particularly just for the matchups of Jokic and having that big man. There is no matchup for Jokic in the league, but I just want to see how they adjust to a big player. But just my final closing arguments of this, also, Philadelphia 76ers, blow it up. It's over. It's done.
It might be, Amari. It might be, man.
People are saying it's going to be fine. Embiid is back. I don't believe it.
Me neither.
2-10 is hard to come back from, and then make the playoffs, and then to contend?
I saw the Lakers go 2-10 a couple of years ago and end up in the West Finals, but Anthony Davis had gotten back in the lineup. That defense had gotten a lot better. They had made a trade at the trade deadline, grabbing D'Angelo Russell, getting Vanderbilt. I mean, they were a lot better. This team here, I mean, first of all, the availability of both Paul George and Embiid, that's despite everything else that you want to talk about, Amari, that's the only thing I want to talk about.
Exactly.
That's it. I don't want to talk about nothing else.
And going back to your point about when I see you do it, that's when I know you can do it. I ain't seen Philly do this. So with the Lakers, you've seen the Lakers win the championship. You know that they can play on high level occasions and basically play up or down to the competition. I'm not seeing Philly ever do this. So my question is how do Philly now adjust on a 2-10 start? If they go 2-12, and the Western Conference the Eastern Conference is particularly weak. It's a 2-team conference this season. If they go 2-12, I still don't think they can make the playoffs. They might make the play-in, and I don't want Joel Embiid to play in the play-in and then tell him 3 days later to turn around and say, play the hardest game you're going to play for an 8th or 7th seed, and then 3 days later go and roll him up for a 7-game series in the first round against the Cavs.
Are we? If we're 3 games out of the play-in tournament and we're late in the season, do you shut Joel Embiid down for the rest of the season?
But probably. What's the point? Because one of the things I was going to bring up as well is the fact that how Joel Embiid 30.
Yes, 3-0.
Now think about it, Chill. From all of the players in NBA history that you've ever seen that are supposed to have been great, when is the kind of end point of them being championship, either contenders or title winners? Age 28. If I haven't seen it by 28, you're not going to probably win a championship.
You got some. You do have some exceptions. I mean, Olajuwon, he was 31 when they won it in '94.
But he got to the finals when he was 23, 24?
Yeah, his second year 2. Yep, year 2. He was in the NBA championship, year 2. So, I mean, like I said, there are some exceptions to some guys, but for the most part, this is what it is. So, I'll be interested to see if the Philly can bounce back from this. If between Milwaukee and Philly, I think Milwaukee can bounce back more than Philly off the strength of availability. That's it. So, good to talk to you, brother. Yep. What up?
What up, Chill?
What up?
What up? What's the word, Chill?
What's up, brother?
All right, so I just wanted to talk to you about one of your takes you had before the season. I remember you saying you were speaking on the Suns and you had them in the play-in. I think it was 9th you had them ranked. 9th. Yeah, 9th. Mm-hmm. I remember that take, and I just was sitting there listening, and I'm like, I disagree with this take wholeheartedly because you have a team who had a disappointing end to last season. They finished off the season strong, though, going on the run with Bradley Beal getting healthy. But they finished off the season. That's not what you expected. You were shocked, and I was disappointed by them getting swept. But, I mean, that disappointment is the fuel of this season, and I think why they're going to be better in the postseason this season and have a better regular season. And then you also add a point guard, which they needed last season, clearly, because you had three scorers, three guys who push the ball in the hoop. That's what they're good at, being point guard, being facilitators, which that team desperately needed a point guard. So they got one. And I just want to know what your takes on them this season so far, and so far your early season takes on them, and what you think about the team.
Well, one, just so you know, they're a game out the 9th spot. One game. That's where they are right now. They're one game out of the 9th spot, and that's how tricky the Western Conference is. I said that predicated on how good the Western Conference is going to be. I said before the season started, I don't know if you remember me saying this, but I said before the season started that it's going to take 50 games to get into the playoffs. I think that's how good the Western Conference is this year, that it was going to take 50 games. That doesn't mean that Phoenix couldn't win 50 games. I just think that it was going to be a dogfight. That's number one. Number two, when I look at this Phoenix Suns team, the guy that I'm worried about the most is KD. That calf injury worries me. It does. That thing worries me, man. I'm more worried about him than I am anybody else on the crew. Anybody else of all the guys we can't afford to lose, we can't afford to lose him. We can't. Of all the teams. And I think that Phoenix could be better. I think they could be better on the defensive end. I don't think Nurkic gives me as much as I'd like. I think his motor has always been in question. He will rebound from time to time, but guys like Grayson Allen knock down the long ball. Devin Booker, one of the better two guards in the game. Their offense is actually better. I watched that Minnesota game a couple of days ago, and I'm actually getting some good minutes from Tyus Jones. He will score. He will attack the rim. I do like that about him, and he will defend. That part I like about him. The thing that I'm worried about the most with this Phoenix team, that calf injury worries me with KD. Whenever I hear that, I get nervous. Whenever I hear that with him, I get really nervous.
Yeah, he been dealing with it since the Olympics too. The Olympics.
Whenever I hear that shit really it get my blood pressure up. It does.
And Bradley Beal has the same injury. He has calf strain now. They was calling it calf tightness. Now they calling it calf strain. So yeah, all right. So chill. In all honesty, I kind of understand why you had the Suns down there so low, because injuries, man. That's the only thing stopping this team, to be honest, from them reaching their ceiling.
And
injury.
Because the Western Conference is so good. It's like I think you heard 9th seed, and I think that they're gonna be whacked. No, I just think the West is gonna be that good.
Wait, so you think 9th seed? Hold on, let me get to. You think 9th seed because of injuries, or because you don't think even when they're healthy, they're not a top 6 seed in the West?
I just think that the Western Conference is as good as the Western Conference is going to be. Like you could be the 8th seed and win 50 games. That's how good I think the Western Conference is going to be. Coupled with KD being in and out the lineup, that shit makes me nervous, B. It does. Not because they whack. It's because the Western Conference is that good. You could be good, and the league you in is even better. And I feel like the Western Conference is so good this year that we can't afford to lose KD for a month. We can't.
Facts. And then I gotta bring this up too before I forget about it, and I'm out of here. Mike Budenholzer clears Vogel as a coach. His system, his schemes, everything is way better. It just feels, it gives me a breath of fresh air watching Mike Budenholzer coach the game rather than Frank Vogel, who sat on that sideline for the whole season and did not adjust ball screens from his drop, his coverage, anything. I didn't see him go big. I mean, we started a lot. Our starting lineup yesterday was think about this: Plumlee and Nurkic. We started double big lineup yesterday. I never seen Frank ever do that, but he talks about being a defensive minded coach, and back in with the Lakers, he played 2 bigs. So why you couldn't do that with Phoenix? You had 2 bigs on that bench last season, but you never ran anything, you never adjusted anything. Mike Budenholzer clears Vogel as a coach. But I'm not trying to say Vogel is a bad coach.
Out of here. Get him out of here. Get Frank Vogel out of here.
Yeah, get him out of here, coach. Get him out of here, man.
All right,
Mike Budenholzer is a way better coach. I like what I'm seeing. I like the system. We shooting way more threes, not as much mid ranges. I like our defense so far. I think we can be better, but I think it's our center position. I think Nurkic is holding us back just a little bit. He's hurt. He's holding us back, but I think we might make a trade. Come trade deadline and upgrade that center position, because we don't need elite or great. We just need good. Just be solid. Don't be a liability. Just don't be a liability. That's what we need. But yeah, nice talking to you.
Yep. What up?
What's good, Chill? Can you hear me?
What up? Yep, you hot.
All right, so I want to talk about LaMelo Ball, because I'm liking what I'm seeing from him, and the fact that he's like staying healthy now. I feel like that's the main thing. He got to stay healthy. Those ankle injuries have been like kind of messing with him. So I feel like, and as far as the Hornets, I see the improvement. I like the I like the combination with him and Brandon Miller. So how you feel about the LaMelo?
I think that I think he's a turnover machine. I think that his decision making has been real iffy. I think he could do better at taking care of the basketball. I keep hearing stuff like, well, look who he playing with. Well, Brandon Miller is a baller, and that's coaching. Bridges is a baller. That's coaching. We got to get Mark Williams back in the lineup. We have to get him back in the lineup. But I think that a lot of people get wrapped up in just seeing a guy being good and being a bucket getter, so that automatically means that, yo, he nice. I mean, LaMelo Ball could always score. His shot selection is average to below average at best. I mean, how many 11 for 29 games? How many 13 for 30 games do I have to see from him? How many 12 for 29 games do I have to see from him? He's averaging 22 shots a game. The next guy in line is averaging 12. Why is my lead guard shooting that much? Why? Why is he not getting everybody else involved? That's coaching. And on top of that being coaching, that's also him. That's also him. I need to see him be more of a playmaker. Now, don't get me wrong. I am definitely on board with him being healthy. Because I think when he's healthy, I think we can have a conversation about him being a top 10 league guard, 100%. But the problem is, over the last 2 years, he's broken down.
Yeah.
The fact that he's broken down, that's been a problem. The fact that he's available now, I love that about him. I do love that. Now we got to fix that other stuff in his game. If we can fix that other stuff in his game, I think he can be one of the premier guards in the game. I do think that.
And then another thing, as far as the Sixers, I just feel like when they do get healthy, it's going to be a little bit too late, because you got to think about the chemistry as far as like implicating Paul George into the lineup and stuff, getting them comfortable playing with Embiid and Maxey. I feel like it's going to be a little bit too late. So my thought process was maybe they should like take it more slower with Embiid and George as far as the injuries and stuff, especially Embiid, and then just running back next year, because I feel like it was a 2-year window anyways as far as the championship. So I just feel like they should just go all in next year.
That's kind of how I feel about Milwaukee. That's kind of how I feel about Milwaukee. I feel like this is a 3-year window with them.
Yeah. So as far as
I feel like we in year 2 with that 3-year window.
I think Milwaukee should blow it up after this year. Like as far as like trading Dame alone. But as far as the Sixers, yeah. So I was saying maybe they should try to run it back next year. Get Embiid as healthy as possible, Paul George, and then just run it back with those 3.
Let's find out. Yo, DJ, good to talk to you, brother.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. All right, guys, it's about that time for me. I got to bounce. I'm way over time. It was good to see y'all tonight. Y'all know where to find me at. I'm on TikTok 9 a.m. every morning. If I'm not there, I'm on a panel from 11 to 2. If I'm not there, this is where I am. I'm on Chilltown Hoops. On Tuesday nights, I'm with my man Tony Tone on both Chilltown Hoops and Sports Fluent Network. And if I'm not there, you can catch me on Playback. And if I'm not there, you can catch me and my man Big Ox on Saturday afternoon at 12 o'clock. So I ain't hard to find. I will see you guys soon. But until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. I'll talk to you guys soon. But until then, take it light. Take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys.